Hi, in this video I'm going to give an overview of a step-by-step of how we would use the automatic channel updating feature on your set-top box. So this procedure actually will work for a range of boxes within the SAB and Odyssean community, and indeed some Amico boxes as well. And I'm just going to give an overview of exactly how we do this. So the big benefit of this is if there's a frequency change or a new firmware becomes available for a box, what you can do is, instead of having to go through painfully manually trying to tune in channels or trying to get a USB stick and downloading firmware which may or may not be appropriate for your box, what we can do is you can just automatically update it purely using the Wi-Fi connection, either via a dongle or an Ethernet port into your box, and also the remote control. And the reason we're able to do this is that we've embedded HTTP links on the firmware on your box directly to our server, and it means that that feature is built there automatically. I'll give a little bit of an overview later on how exactly we did that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press the menu button, and I'm going to go over as far as System, and I'm going to go down as far as Software Update, which we can see here. And we want to go into the HTTP link because that's exactly how we're doing it. And I'm going to go for Auto Update, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to press the red button here, and it's going to give different options here. So what we could do is we could go for just a channel list update, software with no channel list. So inside an ABS file like that, we can pull out and extract different parts. What we're going to go for is the most comprehensive one, which is all the software and the bootloader, and that'll include channel list, all the rest of it, everything in a single thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to press OK, and it starts the process. So what's happening here is it's following the link over the internet back to our server, and that trail, we'll say, has been set already in the firmware at the point of the box before the box leaves FreeTV's facility here. What's happening here is it's pulling that down, it's putting it onto the box, and what will happen now, it'll turn off the box and it'll reboot with the latest firmware and channel list on the box. So there's a number of steps to it. The entire process here is probably going to take a minute and a half in total, okay? So how we did this is that we have folders, a series of folders, each one allocated to a different type of set-top box. So we have the same procedure, but a slightly different URL, basically, in terms of the paths that we've specified, going to different folders. And what we're doing with each one of those folders is, when new firmware comes out or a new channel list is made by us, we simply update the file that's in that folder, change it out, and then we're able to have the latest file available for you. Now, this works absolutely brilliantly, we'll say, in terms of the satellite channels. The one disadvantage is if you're using this with one of the boxes we're offering this on, that's a combo, you will of course need to manually tune back in the Irish channels after doing this, for one very simple reason. There's a single satellite covering all of, we'll say, the UK channels, but we'll say if you're in Ireland or the UK, there's different transmitters covering each of the regions, we'll say. So in Ireland, for instance, between transmitters and sub-transmitters, there's probably in the region of about 50 transmitters, each with different frequencies. So what you need to do then is come along and manually tune it back in. But the manual tune on the satellite, on the BBC's or on the Irish channels, is normally very, very simple. So what we can do here is I can just come along here and we can just go, we'll say, and we could pull out, we'll say, the various different channels here. But now we have a fully updated channel list available, and it's just incredibly easy, so straightforward. And it's not quite FreeSat level of handiness in terms of all the channel things, but think about it, all you need to do is buy your box pre-programmed from TV or freetv.ie, and then come along and have either a Wi-Fi dongle or an Ethernet cable connected off the back of your box, and you too can automatically do this. And particularly if you had buying this, let's say, for people who aren't technically that proficient, say a relative or somebody like that who just wants a pretty hassle-free experience, this is really a great solution for them. And we're doing this at no extra cost. It's just a new free service that we've added on here. There's a lot of technical hard work by us here at freetv.ie to make it work, but now that we've implemented it, we're finding it a huge success with our customers.